That was terrible. Everybody, it's Colin and Jose. You're watching Talking Ball. How is it going, everybody? Hope everybody is doing well. Jose, how about you, man? How are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm all good, mate. All good. All the better for seeing you. Very early for you, Colin. What time is it for you, mate?
5:24 a.m., sir.
Wow, that's dedication, Cole. That's dedication. Part of growing up, mate. Part of growing up.
You're right. Absolutely.
You own your own house now?
I own my own house now. It's really weird. I still haven't got used to it. It's very strange, but very, like I always say, very blessed, very happy. And I hope everybody that's watching today is very happy and feeling very blessed, and hope everything's going good in your life. It's an interesting time to be a Spurs fan. The transfer windows. Um, and as I understand, as I've been hiding and working and moving into this new house, there's been some movement in the transfer market. So I figured, who better to ask about that than you? But first of all, we got some housekeeping to do. Oh my gosh, look at this! Chris Agambar already in the house. Big up,
Morning, Chris.
Chris. What's up? Good to see you, man. And we got Ash, one of our own. She's one of our own. And she says, "Hi, Jose and Colin. I wish I could be there." No, you're all good, Ash. We wish you could be here too, of course, but no worries. No worries. We appreciate you. And then Audio Artisans in the house saying, "Morning, chaps. Morning to you, Audio Artisan." Uh, I just wanted to take this second at the very beginning of the show, and I'll do it more times throughout the show. I wanted to just go ahead and say that recently this channel has been able to have memberships, and boy, have we been hit hard with memberships in the last couple of days. So first of all, I just want to say thanks to everyone, and then I just wanted to name off everybody that's picked up a membership, all the people that are helping the channel to kind of propagate and helping the channel. So we've got Ash, Ellie from Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs. We've got Mr. M. We've got Wayne Bonner, Nick Brown, Tot Spurs, Chris Agambar, David Shear, big up David, Mile High Hotspur, our own Chang. Well, he's not ours, but Chang. And we've got Eltel Cockerell himself, Talking Beer, Chris Peters, and Nita. Thank you guys all so much. I'm still not 100% sure on how to accept these niceties yet, but I'm working on it. Thank you guys, big time. Hey, look at that! Look who's in the house. Look at this. There's a name. There's a name I don't see every day. Shanata, what's up?
No, Shanata's been on in the last few shows. Lots of comments from Shanata. Yeah, good evening from Australia. Good to see you, Colin Jose.
Yeah, what time is it in Australia? Just wondering. Shanata, what time is it where you are?
I'd say it's got to be 8, 9, or 10:27. I'm going to go with a bet with. I'll say that.
All right, cool.
What's interesting is that you can now see, watching this, people who are members actually have a symbol beside them now. So it's quite weird looking at this. It's yeah.
Hey, you were right. You pulled it. You pulled the rabbit out of the hat there. Look at that. Yeah, this time slot is better. It's almost 10:30 p.m. here.
Well, yeah, because as I said, now that we've got memberships, we've been speaking behind the scenes, and we need to put out more content to reach more people. Hence why it's 5. Is it 5:30 in the morning where you are, Colin? Now.
Sure is. Yep.
Yeah, it's 5:30 in the morning for Colin. So it's quite a stretch for Colin, but it wouldn't be a stretch for me and Ash. Whereby when we do the shows, because Colin has a day job, Colin works as well. So we try to fit it in. And our usual show is normally at 4 p.m. GMT, which is early for Colin because it's before Colin goes to work. And then if Colin does any shows after work, God, they'd be during the early hours of the morning for me. And probably afternoon time, I would have thought, in Australia. It was early in the morning for me.
Yeah, yeah, I think you're right.
But yeah, it's great to have Colin back. Colin's here. But yeah, as I said, it's quite weird looking at these memberships and seeing people come in.
I know.
And they've got the for us, all we see is a circle. So it's got someone's name and there's a circle beside it. So,
Pretty
and
pretty little circle, and it makes me feel like we've hit the big times, Jose. So
and you've got look, Shanata's also saying that usually these live shows are around 2 or 3 a.m. for me, so I always miss out. So that's what
yeah,
I'm
well,
saying. Hence why
definitely.
we're trying to do shows. We're trying to do shows to try and capture everybody because it's only fair to do that. So that's what we're trying to
Absolutely,
do.
yeah. The live part of it is, I think, what makes it the most fun. The interaction, the back and forth with the chat. So 100%, yeah, definitely, definitely.
And
David
look who we've got there.
Shear. David, what is up, man? Good to see you, buddy. Good day, as I should say. And he says it's wait. So does that mean it's two? Wait,
1930.
1930 here, and good
It,
day, Colin
in
and
Australia,
Jose the King Cobber.
David Shears in Australia says 1930 for him.
So
Shanata's almost 10:30, so they're in different time zones
yeah,
in Oz.
what a big country you guys live in. Um, no, trust me, it's good. It's good. I like being awake early, and I like seeing you guys. It makes me really sad not to be able to stream. I don't know what to do with myself. Everyone around me is like, "Shut up! Stop talking about Spurs. I don't know any of this." So it's nice to be able to talk to you guys and you know get my Spurs fix really in for the day. Um, Yeah, love in the chat. John Fitzpatrick is here. What is up, Fitzy? Is everyone
Wait,
happy with this loan signing? Let's put a
hi
put a
John.
in
We
there.
will be coming. We will be coming in talking about that. But yeah, hi John. Nice to see you, buddy. Always good to see you, John. And then you've got John M.
What's up, John? Hey, dude. Big up, Colin Jose. It's 10:29 p.m. in Melbourne, Australia. Keep up the good work with your show. Thanks,
Thank
dude.
you very much, John.
You're a good man. I appreciate that more than you know, bro. Um,
And Ash. Ash,
Ash
just
makes a
hit the
good
like
point.
button on both the channels. Be like me, folks. Ash has got people round today. She's got family time, got
Oh,
friends
nice.
around. So yeah, it's good.
Well, I hope you have a
And she's
wonderful, wonderful day, Ash. That's awesome.
she's
But
found time to give us a mention here. That's really nice of you, Ash. Thank you.
thanks, Ash. Um,
David Shear saying normally, yeah. So the normal shows that we did at 4 p.m. and this is why we were saying that we need to probably put out
stagger them, do a
but
couple different ones.
yeah, we're going to put out shows at different times in order to reach everybody because it's only fair to do so. So we will do it. It's going to be work for us, but we don't mind. You put the effort to join us. We have to put the effort back to you guys as well, and that's what
And
we
we and
intend to
we
do.
and we love it. I really do. I seriously would do this all day if I could, but they don't let me. They make me go to work. Um, David says I'm 3 hours behind Eastern
Eastern
states. Oh,
States,
okay,
yeah.
sweet. All right, that's not so bad. Tottenham.
Hello, hello, Deb.
Oh, Deb. What's up, Deb? Man, there's all kinds of names that I'm not 100% used to seeing because I haven't been making these early morning shows. Deb, big up. I'm very glad that you were here. Hope you're having a great day. Hope it's been
Tottenham,
wonderful.
Tottenham begin their summer with or winter with, well,
Uh,
summer somewhere. It's quite good because you've got a pun coming up soon, haven't you? So it's quite good.
yeah, that
Um,
works out.
David said I ordered Tottenham on tour merch. Yeah,
I have
he
to check
does.
it out and see what they've got. Yeah, definitely.
He's got quite a bit, Brian, and that on Tottenham on tour
I
merchandise.
knew they'd been working on it. I knew they'd been working on it. That's awesome. I got to pick
I
some
know.
up.
No, they've got tops. They've got all sorts. Yeah, so
We
they've
got to
got
start rep. We got to start repping our homies, and having their gear
yeah.
on. So yeah.
Brian's got some. Brian's got some good gear there. Some good gear. And then David's bigging up Ash. So shall we go into the main
We can.
the main chat around
We
the
we absolutely can. Yes. So as far as I know, the one chat, or not the one chat. Sorry, God, the one transfer that everyone's been talking about is like the one that's progressed the most. I haven't really seen anything else, but um, Werner is coming. Are you ready? And that's supposed to be my own cheesy little attempt at humor there, but um,
Charleston to Turbo Turner.
I love it. I love it.
David loves our content and vibe. Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
man. Thank you. I'm still trying to wake up, so if I don't seem quite as vibey as usual, I'm working on it, and I'll probably get more vibey as the show goes. Um, But yeah. So Jose, I want your opinion on this because I really value your opinion, and you're a good friend of mine. So we saw him come to Chelsea and not really light the prem up, light the prem up really. He came and he wasn't. Um, yeah, I don't know. It wasn't anything spectacular to say the least. And then he back off to Leipzig. It looked like. Um, I don't know how he's been doing in Germany since he left Chelsea, and simple Google could tell me that. But I guess my question for you is: are you excited? Does this excite you? Does you know what I mean? Is this something that you find? Yeah, that's basically my main question for you. Is this a signing that excites you?
Yes, it does.
I'm
Yeah.
excited to hear why. Nice.
Uh, sorry. Right. So for me, um, this could be paving the way for a lot of different avenues. Um, I don't think it's as clear cut as people are just making it out. I've got a feeling that it does open all sorts of different avenues. There are so many different ways to view this. Um, One is it offers competition. So some people are saying that we're misfiring. Some people are saying that we're not finishing our dinner. Um, some people are
Some
saying,
people like you are saying that we're not finishing our dinner. Is that what you mean?
well, no, some games we finished our dinner, our lunch, our breakfast, and our pudding.
You're right.
But
You're right.
you know, we're scoring a goal every game. I don't think there's one game this season we haven't scored at least a goal in. We did start off the season with an average of two per game. Um, but so from my point of view, I think it's time that he comes in, right? Excuse me. He comes in. You've also got Manor Solomon coming back from injury. We know we've got Son away, so it gives us options. So if you're not firing and you're not playing, then we can rotate. We can change the team up.
Yeah.
So basically, fight for your position, and that's what we need. We need people to fight for their position, but not just up front. We need that all across the pitch. Hence why we definitely need to bring. If we're not going to use our youngsters in defence, I'm going to go back now. If we're not going to use our youngsters in defence, then we need to bring centre backs in that will challenge our centre backs that we have at the moment to get competition and keep people on their toes. The other way of looking at this signing is, could this be paving the way for some outgoings, whether they'll be sales or loans? Because
Yeah.
to
I wondered
me,
about that as well.
at the moment, so let's put this into perspective. At the before the January the 1st, the squad was 25 players. We know that Lloris has now left and gone to LA FC. So that means we've got 24 spots. We've got one player that can come in. That player at the moment is Timo Werner that's going to take that slot. Yeah.
Yep.
So if we're looking to bring in a centre back and it's Dragusin, or it's a foreign player who's over the age of 21, which Dragusin is, then that means another player has to leave in order to slot Dragusin as a buy in. Yeah. So let's say Dyer was the one who's going to buy him, then Dragusin comes in, or whoever comes in at centre back, that makes the 25th spot again. I think that I'm right in saying that you can only change up to three. So when you re-announce your 25-man squad for the Premiership at the end of the transfer window, I've got a feeling that you can only change three players. Yeah.
Mm. Okay. Yeah. And if
So
that's
that so that means, Colin, that we can bring in three players and opt out three players to change the squad. However, if we make signings and the player is under 21,
Mhm.
then that player doesn't get added to the 25-man list. So when there was rumours that we were watching Illing Jr. from Juventus, well, he's English anyway, but he wouldn't take up squad space because he's under 21. You see what I mean?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
you could fill up your squad, your 25, and fill up your squad with under 21 players. So Destiny Adogi is not taking up a place at the moment. Destiny Adogi is under 21. So Destiny Adogi is in the affiliated part of the squad and doesn't take a 25-man spot. Um, People like Donnelly, uh, Veliz, people like this are all supplementary to the 25 because they're under the age of 21. Does
Yeah,
that make sense?
it does. It
Yeah.
does. Absolutely does.
and then also what I will say is um, Johnson's got Johnson's got speed to burn. Yeah, Johnson could have been a 100-meter sprinter.
Yeah, definitely.
So could Timo Werner. Werner is really, really quick. And I put a tweet out to somebody about this, and I said, look, with Werner, I think he's a World Cup winner. He's
True.
won. He's got titles. So he's won things at other clubs. He also is very technically gifted. Technically, he's a really good footballer. Um, and his numbers, I think it's people have built up this narrative because his numbers aren't that bad. His numbers playing for Chelsea weren't that bad. He got goals, he got assists, and I think if you look at the goals and assist contributions, it amounted to 50% of his game time. So if he made 80 appearances, 40 of them were goals or assists. So that's one every 2 games. Now, if you look at the players that we currently have at the moment, and you look at the players throughout the Premiership, tell me how many players have got goals and assist ratios that are better than one every 2 games. There's not many players. You're
Yeah,
lucky if you get players like that within your team. Do you see what I mean? And I think
absolutely. Yeah.
too many people are picking at this. And the last thing I'm going to say on this, because you're asking me, is um, Ange quite clearly said, and he said this in many interviews, that he sees football through his eyes only,
Hmm.
and therefore what he sees other people may not see, and the way that he wants his
Yeah.
team to play is the way that he sees through their eyes only, and or through his eyes only. And so therefore, and he's also said as well that with that being said, the only players that are going to come in are players that he approves. Yeah. Now he's
Thank God.
maintained
Thank
he's,
God.
he's
Yes.
maintained this. He's stuck. He's died on the hill every time he's spoken. He said these things. So therefore, who are we to turn around and say, "Oh, this is just a cheap Levy buy"? I'm sure that Postecoglou is a man of principle and is a man of his word. And if he says that he approves them, then who are we to doubt him? And just
Yeah.
for everybody in the chat, Colin, I know that you've been away moving houses. Have you seen Angie's presser after the
I have,
after the FA Cup game?
I have
Okay,
not. I have
okay.
not. I'm a
So
slacker.
so he was asked right about Eric Dyer, yeah, because
Yep.
Eric Dyer wasn't in the squad for the FA Cup game, right?
Yeah.
So he was asked. He was asked about Eric Dyer, and
Good. I'm glad somebody's asking the hard hitting
no, no, no,
questions. That's
no,
great.
they asked him. They said to him, "Is Eric Dyer being linked to Bayern Munich and blah blah blah?" And they tried to allude. Did you leave him out the side because of that? He went absolutely nuclear. He turned around and he said that he won't have his. What did he say? If I'm telling you that he's injured, it's because he's
And he's
injured.
injured.
Because
Yeah.
I could have quite easily said to you, no, I just didn't want him in the team. Because I can
Yeah.
say that. It's quite easy for me to say it. But he turned around and said, how dare you test my judgment or my principles? You've asked me a question, I've given you the answer. He's injured. Later on in the interview, later on in the presser, the final question was asked by an individual who turned around and said, with Brent Davis getting injured, he said to him, "Yeah, with Davis getting injured, can you afford to let Dyer leave in this window?" And
They
he just
continued on with that same avenue. I
no,
would have. I would have stopped.
no, later in the interview, it's a different question, but this is the one that
Okay.
finished it off. They asked that, and he turned around, looked at the reporter, and he just went, "Yes." So the geezer doesn't mince his words. And yes, sorry, David Shears helped me out. He had a go at the person, and he said, "I won't have my integrity questioned," is what he turned around and
I
said.
love it. I love it. It's so awesome to have a manager with just big, huge balls. You know what I mean? It's been a while. I feel like since we've had somebody as I don't want to say tough, but Ange just has a certain something about him, I guess. And for all you Aussies watching, maybe this is just an Australian trait, but he's just very no nonsense, very to the point. brave. I don't know. He's a really cool guy. I'm really glad that we have him as our manager, and I hope that's rubbing off on the players. I hope they're getting some of that of his attitude, because I think it's a great attitude to have, and probably what helped him to first be a professional footballer and then into this crazy world of management. So that's awesome, and I got to watch that back, because I still watch the interview that came out, like, God, how many years ago was that, where he was coaching the youth teams, and that reporter guy was like, you should resign, and he's like, no, mate. And they have their awesome little, like, back and forth. Love that. I love watching that. I watched that before he even came here, and I was like, awesome, we finally have a manager that can stick up for himself, that's brave. By the way, there are 25 people watching right now. That's awesome. Big up to every single one of you guys tuning in. If you're watching this live, thank you. If you're watching on recording, thank you. And don't forget, and I'll get the link up in a second, right now actually, but don't forget, this is being dual streamed to Talkin' Ball and El Tel Cockero, Jose's personal channel also. Make sure that you're liking and subscribing on both, please. We would super, super duper, super duper appreciate it. So
we've got some chat coming in. So you've got Matthew says he had 21 goals and 23 assists for Chelsea in 83 appearances, which is pretty good. This is what I was saying. So what's that? That's 44 contributions in one shape or another in 83 appearances. I did say something like it was one every two, didn't I? Every 2 games. You don't get people like that. So therefore, that's decent. Eltel is saying, where's the like button? I need to smash it.
Yes, exactly.
I found the like button. Debem is saying it's Timo time.
Yeah.
Good morning, Nita.
Nita, good morning.
Hi, Jose. Colin, I hope you're well. I'm here listening and screen watching, Jose. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you as well, Nita.
Too bad there's not enough football on. No Spurs tomorrow. Dry roast peanut, what's up?
Hi, Dry Roasted. How are you, mate? It's been a while not seen you. I hope you're well, buddy. It's probably because we've not had any league games that I've not seen you, because I normally win the league games, you're always here.
Gotta get those predictions in.
Excuse me. Debbie M says Dyer will go too.
We can only hope, right?
John M.
Radu Dragusin is stalling on an offer from Napoli as he holds out for Tottenham to make a second bid for him. Radu Dragusin, you mean this guy? I hope we get him so bad. That would be quite lovely. Last I had heard that it kind of died, but we'll visit that in a second once we get through these chats. What about Sanchez? Was he announced then departed?
Are you talking about
our Sanchez?
Our Sanchez when he left to go to Germany, when he left to go to Turkey. I think he was announced that he was going, because we knew about it, didn't we?
Yeah. So maybe this is that's a good point to bring up.
Oh, look, Alan from Time Added On has sent his viewers to us.
Whoa, Alan, my guy. Well, I gotta send him a message to say thanks. That is so kind.
Thank you very much, Alan.
Thanks, man. Wow.
Yeah, Matthew says, can he be a De Bruyne, Salah for us, the former Chelsea failures? So I saw there's a lot of tweets going around that these players were also at Chelsea. We said that they weren't good enough and they were much maligned and laughed at. They then left their clubs, obviously, and we know what Bruyne's gone to do, and we also know what Salah's gone to do. So, yeah. Tommy G, how are you,
Tommy G, what is up? There are a lot of this is crazy. Our numbers just popped up really quick. Alan, again, thank you. We gotta get him a message saying thanks. Everybody, what's up? Welcome to Talkin' Ball. If you've never been here before, it is just a chill Spurs zone where we just kind of talk very low key about Tottenham, our favorite thing, our biggest love in the world. So yeah, we were talking about Werner, and you're talking about how he, they were all Chelsea rejects, and you've seen a lot about that.
And they've come in, and you've got people coming in, and I can't see. You've got people coming in from Time Added On, who are all coming in saying hello. It's fantastic to have you here.
So much love, big love.
Thank you, Alan, for sending people across to us.
Thanks, Alan.
And then we have drives thing. I didn't want Werner until he was coming to us. Now I'm all in.
I get that same way. It's easy to hype yourself up. You're like, well, they're coming. I might as well watch a couple compilation videos and get excited.
And
Yeah.
here's Alan himself. Alan, thank you very much, mate. Thank you for sending people our way. It's much appreciated. One love to you, mate. Big hugs. Thank you.
Big love, bro. Thank you.
And then you've got Liam Hartley said, morning, everyone. Hopefully Werner can be a good addition to us as he's a quick player.
I had no idea he was as quick as you guys are making it out to seem.
Oh, no, he's rapid. He's really, really rapid. And like I will say, and I'm being trivial. Listen, the guy is technical. He's a technically gifted player. Forget about what all these people are saying. Watch the man. He's technically gifted. He's so quick. And that's what Postecoglou wants. He wants people that can react, who can trap, control, pass, move. All the thought process has to be really, really quick. And that's what he wants from people. So, you know, all the best kudos to Werner coming. And as I said, it's gonna give us competition,
options, and depth, all kinds of stuff. You know, like,
and it's all gonna be different things because.
Does he play across the front three? Can he play?
Yeah, he plays all three. Yeah, all three.
Then you're gonna have to forgive me too for so many questions to ask you. But why do you think he failed at Chelsea? Was it just coaching, the style they were asking him to play, pressure, combination of all of those things?
I think all the front three that Chelsea had are no longer. Well, one of them still is at Chelsea on the books, but he's out on loan at Roma at the moment. So people are saying that the people that they brought in were square pegs in round holes and didn't suit the system they were playing at the time.
Okay.
So people have much maligned Werner for his time there. People have much maligned Lukaku for his time there. And I can't remember who the third player was, but whoever the third one was, they're all gone. They're no longer there. And they much maligned them and they questioned their abilities and stuff like that. So, listen, like I said, to me, I think there's a lot of different. This deal makes sense, but there's a lot of different permutations that it can then lead to. Squad competition, players going out.
Do you think Richarlison's going to leave? Is this any kind of indication that we might be selling Richarlison to the Saudi league?
I think that's a step too far to sell Richarlison now because we haven't got Son either for the month,
and he's just finally hit form. So
yeah, but to me, I just think it also bodes the way for maybe some outgoings. If it's not sales, it'll be loans. I mean, you've been away, obviously moving to your new house and that. Do you know that we've got Jed Spence has come back from Leeds?
No. Okay. Wow, that's cool.
So Leeds terminated his deal and have sent him back to us. Serge Reguilon has been sent back to us from Man United. So not only do we have to have a 25-man squad, but then we're going to have players there that we're going to be paying their money for. Now, we know this we can say about Levy. Levy won't want to pay people to not be in the squad and be on the sidelines. For sure. If people do believe in Fabrizio Romano has stated that this week coming up will be a big week for Tottenham Hotspur. Now, he didn't say ins or outs, but I presume he meant both, reading between the lines. But like I said, bringing Werner in opens up a whole avenue of possible outs, whether it be sales or on loan. So
I hope. And how could you not? You're saying for people who put stock in what Fabrizio Romano has to say, that guy doesn't really miss ever. So I put a lot of stock into him. I know that he said Dragusin was basically finished, and that hasn't happened yet. So I know that's one thing, one kind of little mark against him. But that doesn't mean it won't happen. So yeah, hopefully maybe this week, maybe that's what he means is coming this week. I would love to see it. As I'm sure you would too. So do you smell any Paratici on this one, or do you think this was
Listen, if they're right, so I watched Ali Gold. He put out a video.
He's class. I love Ali Gold.
So he's put a video out last night, and he's actually said in his video that that Werner was one of the players that Ange had on his list, or that the scouting team had on their list as players they were looking at for the summer, because they could fit the mould and what Postecoglou wants and that. It's just that his availability has become available, so that's why Tottenham have like pressed the button straight away on him. So, you know, at the end of the day, I will say again, repeat, we can't as fans, and this is where we need to be real fans. We can't have it sliced both ways. If we believe Ange Postecoglou and what Ange says to us, then stick with his belief. Don't waver this way and don't waver that way. So Ange says to us, any player that comes to this club is a player that I see through my eyes, and I have the say on everyone that comes in. And it's people that I want to be at the club. Now, if Ange says that, and we go with Ange, then don't turn around and say, oh, it was a Levy signing. Ange didn't want him, blah, blah. You either trust in Ange or you don't. You've got to be all in or all out. And with Ange, I've maintained this from the start of the season. When we first got Ange in, I've always said, in Ange we trust. If Ange says something and we do something, it's because I believe that Ange wants it to be done, and it's what Ange wants, and that's what I believe in. So I go with Ange on this.
Boom, absolutely. So in my head, I think I had just seen him as like Chelsea reject, couldn't cut it in the Prem, miss sitters. You know what I mean? You kind of create a narrative in your head of players, even if it's not necessarily the truth sometimes, just based on punditry, based on, you know what I mean, what rival fans are saying. Because I didn't watch but 2 Chelsea games a year, you know what I mean, or a season. So yeah, I'm excited now. You've reignited my excitation. I'm excited now. I'm excited to see what he can bring, and yeah, first of many, hopefully.
Going back to what we said earlier, so David Sheard quite right said in his interview, he said, I won't have his integrity questioned.
Get in. That is awesome. I love that so much.
Good afternoon. The Sheriff says the same thing. Integrity said.
Yes.
Shanata says that Ange is cool.
He is really cool. Yes.
You then have David Shear saying, no beating around the bush. It's a trait. Hence the team passion for one another. Exactly that.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Whoa,
yes. That
he loves, this person loves Tottenham Hotspur, and we love you too.
Yes.
But I don't know what your name translates to, but if you could tell us,
that would be super.
Yeah, that'd be great. So we could,
because we don't want to just mispronounce it and say something really wrong. So yeah, but big love. Thank you for being here. Big up.
Mick Vickers has come in. Morning, Mick said Tottenham Hotspur are now looking at possible alternatives to Radu Dragic after refusing to meet Jenner's asking price. Look, my opinion on this, if you want my opinion, is that this deal or a centre-back deal will happen this week before the Man United game. Shem Tan, hello, good morning, afternoon, evening, lads. Alan sent me and said, stop being so nice and start being negative.
I don't know. It's tough.
Fair
it's
enough.
Hard. Yeah, it's hard for me to do. It's really hard for me to do.
David Shears reckons tossing is the target.
Hey, David, I think that'd be sweet. I was hollering out for him during the summer, so I think he'd be a good addition to the squad, honestly.
And our friend here says, may all Tottenham Hotspurs members, all nationalities, all religions join in praying for this team to be successful.
Yes.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Absolutely.
You've got Tommy G from the Raid. You've got Gagoma coming in from the Raid as well.
Long time no see. Yeah.
Good morning, guys. And Coy's Dry Rusted Peanut says, I meant squad numbers in regards to Sanchez being registered then departing. No, with Sanchez leaving, we had 25. It's a 25-man squad. That's what we currently have at the moment. I will say that within that 25-man squad, we did have 5 goalkeepers. 2 that probably won't see the light of day. Lloris has already left, so that leaves you with Forster and with Vicario. You could probably get rid of the 2 goalkeepers that are never going to get the time of day, and that frees up 2 more spaces. Although we've got 11 English people at the moment, or English nationals, but that would free up 2 further spaces. And maybe you could use the Tottenham under 21 goalkeeper as your 3rd goalkeeper, because he would count on the additional list of under 21s.
Smart, very smart, yeah.
So Mick Vickers is asking the question, is the FA Cup draw on today, anybody? No, Mick, the FA Cup draw takes place at 10 to 8 tomorrow evening before the Manchester United game. So I think the Manchester United game kicks off at 8:15. And I'm sure that the draw for the FA Cup is being done prior to that game starting. We have Dave Ginola. Not Dave,
Whoa.
we've got his cousin Dave.
Hey, Dave. Big up, buddy. Big up to yourself. Yeah, big up, Call. Big up, Jose. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. 100%, dog. 100%. Big up. Glad to have you here.
He's
Liam.
direct as well, is what Liam's saying. He's correct about Ange.
So,
sorry, David Shear's saying, because we've got to catch up some of this chat.
yeah,
David Shear's saying, can't wait to get our first midfield and defence back.
100%.
Yeah, we get them all back. Listen, Norman Lamont. That's a name from the old back benches. Norman Lamont says, followed Ange for 15 years now. I see him all over this deal. Werner perfect for Ange. He will smash it.
It's awesome. I'm so excited. You guys are making me way more excited than I was. So thank you.
Just a harmless potato. Fun fact, Chelsea won the Champions League, the most prestigious trophy in the world football, with Mount, Havertz and Werner up front. They sold all three.
That's what happens when you have their crazy managerial merry-go-round. And I know that we were on one too, but me too.
And then you got Mick Vickers saying, I'm actually growing with the idea of Werner.
Same, dude.
Just a harmless potato says, and look where they are now. David Shear saying, g'day Spud, hope you're well. And I saw this news earlier as well, Bob Down Under. Just heard some gooners saying that Jesus is out for 3 months and this season is over. I saw a tweet coming out earlier this morning saying that there was bad news for Arsenal with Jesus, but I didn't. I knew it was an injury, but I didn't know how long
it's January though. How could their season be over? Just pick somebody up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Possibly.
Has he been in the best form anyways? I don't know enough about the goons, but
Arsenal haven't got a striker. I mean, if put it this way, we complain at Tottenham. The fan base, not everyone, but some of the fan base complain at Tottenham and talk about our front three misfiring. I did the other night, but misfiring, not doing this and that. But if you look at our front three and you look at our goals or contributions per game, and you measure that up against Arsenal's 3, if you like, then there is no comparison whatsoever. I think probably Brennan Johnson on his own has more goals and assists than their front three. And then Nketiah scored a hat-trick in one game.
Yeah, that's wonderful. You love to hear it.
Just a harmless potato saying hello to David. It's Matthew saying, you know, guys, the Werner Here We Go tweet has now over 200,000 likes.
Like, bro, exactly. Yeah, man.
When is Werner coming in for medicals? I would have thought, Deb, that they wouldn't have announced anything today. I would have thought the possibility is the announcement comes tomorrow. So I would have thought that the medicals might happen today, but I think everything will be tied up and we'll know everything tomorrow is what my thoughts are on this.
Just it being the weekend and everything.
Good evening, Angelo Tyro. Can't believe all the negative vaginal issues from some fans over Werner. Should have heard Alan carry on. Oh, I thought Alan was, when I was watching the show, I thought Alan was quite balanced in what he was saying. But
Alan's always balanced.
Yeah, I didn't catch the whole show, but I thought he was quite balanced in what he said, Alan. Ellie,
Al.
Hey lads, see you had a raid, Alan raid. Woo, big up Jose and Colin all in the chat. Timo Werner, welcome to Spurs. So excited. And we're excited, Ellie, to have you with us here. And we hope you get better. We hope you get better.
Yes, 100%.
Then we've got Werner's general play was very good at Chelsea. It's just the bit that went awry.
Well, that's an important bit, though.
We've got Lynn Hart saying, in Ange, I trust for sure. David Shear says, we believe Ange, not people doing clickbaity BS, in my opinion, allegedly, etc. It's exactly what we said. So that's right, Jose. If Ange wants him, I'm for it.
Right there. Absolutely. 100%.
Why do we continue to say that this is Ange signing, but if it doesn't work out, it's a Levy signing? I am not saying that at all, Shem. I'm saying that for me, whether it works out or not, I'm not saying that. I'm saying all along that if Ange has told us that he sees football through his eyes only, and he says that all the signings will have his blessing on it, he'll only have players coming into the club that he wants, then I'm not disagreeing with one thing that he says. I'm staying with him. And for me, this is definitely an Ange signing.
And but that's a great question, and I could definitely see some fans doing that, Shem, 100%. But good to have you here. Good to see you. Big up.
Hi, Ryan says, yo.
Yo.
Angelo saying, Miss Aglia to Ellie, where have you been? Big up. And you have a super sticker from Gagoma. Thank you very much,
Oh, well,
Gagoma.
thank you.
Are you
You're
able
so
to see
kind.
what the super sticker is,
It
Colin?
doesn't. It
Or
doesn't. No, it doesn't show up on my end. Unfortunately, it just says super sticker. I hope. Maybe
it
if I
looks like
watch
a
it
cat.
back.
It looks like a cat laughing with hearts.
Ah, that sounds very Gaguma. So, Gaguma, that sounds exactly like something she would post. So, yes, that is adorable. Thank you so much. I'm still Goguma. I'm still getting used to like accepting these gifts. So, thank you though very much. Really appreciate you, big time. And I hope you're doing good. Hope everything's good with you and the fam. It's been a long time since we've chatted.
Yeah, just Gagomas, just so you're aware that we've only just been monetized, so we've only just been allowed to start having memberships and stickers and super chats. It's only just started, so for us, it's all new. We're
Yeah,
trying to get
like,
our heads around all this, but yeah,
and trying
we
not to let them get too big either. That's my thing. I gotta be able to fit through the doors around here, Jose. I can't.
But like we said, this at the start of this show as well. Thank you very much for everyone that's helped us and supported us along the way, and that
Definitely.
helps to make the show what it is. We value everybody. We listen to all your thoughts. We try to get to all your messages as well, and we try to keep it balanced.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we try to offer different content out there because we've also got Ash, who's part of the show, who does her White Chart Lane as well. It's a Hindi, Punjabi, English mashup, and she has her own pre and post shows. Her next show is going to be a pre-show for the Manchester United game.
Oh, sweet.
She's got a Manchester United channel coming on, so watch out for that. That will probably happen if we're playing Sunday. That may well be happening on Saturday this week. So yeah, we're just trying to offer out content to everybody in different parts of the Tottenham Hotspur worldwide community.
Yeah. Very well said.
And Dry Spirit says, Cole, the new setup looks sweet.
It's gonna look even sweeter, you guys. I have this big it's canvas and it has the new stadium on it, and I'm like it was one of the days where they like shot off all the fireworks and it's nighttime and you can like see the stadium and all the fireworks, and I got some lights. I have a bunch of stuff to put up, but I have just been unpacking. But thank you. I like it right here too. This is a nice spot also. Needs more Spurs flags or something behind me, but I'll get it. I'll get there. Thank you.
Dave Clark, we know where Dave's from, but he tells us all the time he's from
I
Leicester.
love it. Love it, Dave.
And what a man. Did you see his press conference where journalists questioned if Dyer was really injured because of Munich wanting him? And you are questioning my answer. Yeah, we've discussed that. So, yeah. Gaguma saying hello to Ellie.
Yes.
Angelo Tyro. Radu Dragon and On should get signed soon.
I like that. That was good. You can tell it's early. That laugh was completely genuine. That was a good joke. I love me a corny joke.
And Shanata says, wasn't there one of the goalkeepers announced to go on loan very recently? Not that I'm aware of. The only goalkeeper, as far as I'm aware, we still have 4 goalkeepers in the 25-man squad. The only goalkeeper that's not in the 25-man squad anymore is Lloris, because Lloris has been given the free transfer and let go to LAFC.
I'm gonna see Hugo Lloris in person this year at least one time because I got my season ticket to Nashville. So whenever LA comes to Nashville, I'll be sat right behind Hugo, and I'll have to try really hard not to yell mean things at him. It'll be hard, but
Ellie, it sounds like the stars meeting the musicians when you're saying LA's coming to Nashville.
yeah,
It sounds like the stars are coming to visit the musicians.
it
So
does.
the actors. Should I say the Actors Guild is coming to meet the Musicians Guild?
Yep. They're gonna womp all over us football wise. I'm not sure about actors and singers, but I think that we're gonna get beat that day. But it'll be cool to see Hugo. I've never seen him like in person, or at least not that close. So that'll be really cool.
Colin, when does the MLS start?
I thought it started this month. Let me look it up.
Because that'll tell us because although he's left us, over here in England we get Sky Sports, and Sky Sports will be showing the MLS games. So I might be interested to. I know that they're late at night for us here in England, but I might be minded to watch LAFC to see Hugo make his appearance for them.
So
Because
February 21st, but his first game is going to be the 24th, February 24th.
okay, fair enough. So we don't another 5 weeks before 6 weeks before we can see Hugo play again. Wayne Bonner, he's one of these people who's a member because he's got a circle beside his name. Good
Yes.
morning,
big up,
Jose,
man.
Colin, everyone in the chat. Hope you're well, and you too, Wayne. You too. Be like Ellie. Smash the like button and subscribe if you yet to. Show the lads your support. Thank you very much for Ellie, and
Thanks,
I hope
Ellie.
you're well. We were messaging each other last night. I'm hoping that she's on the road to recovery.
On the up and up. Good deal. I
Yeah.
hope so. Hope so.
Angelo Tyro, Levy should lowball Chelsea for Connor, say 30 million. I can use a laugh again. John Fitz, does anyone think Spurs are showing any ambition? We all want to challenge for titles and we go sign an EPL dud on loan. For me, nothing has changed. Fourth is our calling. I'm not necessarily with that one, John, I'm afraid. As I said earlier, I think that there's a lot of different avenues that this opens up. Competition, outs, players leaving, and that. I just think it just shakes things up. To me, it just shakes things up. So
Agreed. 100%. 100%.
I think what we need to do is judge where we are at the end of the window, because we'll have players coming back as well.
Yeah.
And then judge if we're fully behind Ange and we believe in Ange's project and what Ange wants to do. Let's see where Ange takes us.
Boom. Very well said. And hey, John, I was kind of agreeing with you, but Jose's got me all aboard the Timo Werner train now. So I'm choo choo. Like the train has left the station. And I also want to say we've got a lot of people in the house. If you're new to Talking Ball and you like this content at all and like what we're providing, please like and subscribe to both myself and my homie. My homie right here, Jose, he's got a channel as well called El Tel Cockerel. Let me get the link to that and just throw that up for everybody too. I need to just save it, but.
So Bill's saying, fun fact, we haven't won absolutely nothing with Darren Davis over the last 10 years. They're still here. And then we have Danny from the Hotspur Hood. Good afternoon,
Dan. What's up, bro?
I haven't seen you in a while. Werner is basically a poor man's son, but he covers the front line. He's only alone and not much option out there. If it works, only 15 million. He does make the squad stronger and can't be worse than Richie, can he?
Richie's how many goals in how many games does Richie have? I mean, I know that he didn't obviously net the other day, but I don't think Richie's been doing that bad. I know that he's hit a kind of a purple patch and maybe that won't last, but yeah, I don't know. Definitely can't. I hope he's as good as Richie. That would be good. You know what I mean? That would be nice if he's at least as good as Richie. But yeah, Dan, nice to see you, dude. I don't know if we've met formally before. So, Colin, nice to meet you, sir. But yeah, do you poor man's son? See, I thought of him way more as an out and out striker than as like an inside forward like Sonny is. But interesting.
No. Werner plays along the front. Werner plays along the front three. I'd in fact say that Werner plays more wide than what he does central.
Cool.
When he has played central, he seems to be like a false nine type thing. Do you know what I mean? But
it drops back a little bit.
Still he can play along the front three.
Sweet.
So to me,
maybe that gives us more time with Kulu in the center.
In all honesty, with pace, if Ange's looking for pace, then it could well be, and I don't want to be shot for this, but it could well be Johnson, Werner, Son.
Yeah, and then have Kulu as an option off the bench.
And that is what you call strictly pace.
Oh yeah,
pace.
That would be a team I would be annoyed to play against in FIFA. I would be like, "Are you serious?" But yeah, no. Pace Merchants. That Pace Merchants FC. That could be us.
And then you've got Davis here saying, "Take Saka and his penalties out. That he scored in free play. How many goals have they got?" Arsenal don't have a striker. I didn't realise they had a team that's coming in from Wayne.
Love it. Yep, love it.
You have show your support for the lads. I meant no shoes. We know what you meant, Ellie. I want Arsenal to get injuries in February, not during the window.
I don't want anybody to get hurt, but you know,
you have Ryan saying, "What's your opinion on the signing and out? What's your opinion on signing that and out striker? Do we think this front three with versatile forwards is good enough. When would we think of signing a natural striker that needs to happen? The way that Ange plays and the way looking at his footballing from previous clubs that he's been at, Ange plays with that. The number 9 that he plays is a sacrificial lamb. It's been said many a time, especially by those that watched him at Celtic as well. Um, so with Richarlison, people may not like the end product at times with Richarlison, but I mean, when we did our ratings for the game the other day, we said that out of possession, Richarlison got an 8 out of possession because he runs for everything, he closes down for everything. So out of possession, he does his shit housery out of possession, but in possession against Burnley the other day, it wasn't that great. So therefore, when you're quoting him out of 10, a lot of people quoted him 4, 5 out of 10 for that match because of what he did in possession. But he does so much out of possession. But any person that plays in that role, in a Postecoglou role, is going to be the sacrificial lamb. I don't necessarily think at this moment in time the system that he sets up with has a traditional number 9. But that's just my opinion, Ryan.
And I agree. I agree too. And so I think that's why we haven't. I mean, we saw that. God, what's the guy from Juve? The guy at Juve that we were supposedly looking at.
Vlahovic.
Yeah, and that we never really heard much more about that. One, probably because he's very expensive, but two, I just don't feel like a player like him fits super well into this squad. We see some interchange with the front three. He couldn't do that, obviously. So yeah, I could see it. Maybe we'll sign an out and out striker at some point as an option, as kind of like a plan B. I could see that. Sort of how we used to play Fernando Llorente up top. We would just throw him on just for if we needed another avenue. And I could see that. But for now, I definitely think, at least for this January, I don't see us bringing an out and out striker in. Definitely not.
Yeah, first cool. Right, so you've got David Clark from Leicester again. Ange blasted the journalist telling don't ever question my credibility. When I say Dyer is injured, he's injured. It has nothing to do with Bayern Munich. He pulled up in the training and felt pain. Colin, because you've been away, I think you need to go and watch the presser that he did, because I think you'd be very impressed. The presser's only 4.5 minutes long.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's
and
easy to watch.
It's well worth watching. Well worth watching. Bob Down Under, typical Gunners lose one player and their season is over. We'll lose 11 and are still in there fighting. Exactly that, Bob. Exactly that. We haven't moaned. We've just got on with it, haven't we?
Our Gunners are runner, right? Isn't that what we said?
Yeah. Norman Lamont says, hi guys, Werner has something there is no substitute for: blistering speed.
Hell yes. That's all. That's music to my ears.
Ellie, I've seen Ellie's comments in the WhatsApp groups. And she's really gunning for the Woolwich people at the moment, isn't she? She's really gunning for them. And she's gunning for him again here by saying smash the like button if you hate Arsenal, aka the Woolwich.
she's got. I can tell Ellie's feeling better because she's got more fire about her.
She honestly, in the background, Ellie has been on fire, even though she's not well. She has been. She's been promoting all the channels
and fighting anybody who has shit to say about Højbjerg.
She's been supporting all the channels from the background, and that we just miss her being on our screens, and we just wish her all the best.
No, I want to see that Ellie smile.
We want to see her back, and it's not just her smile; she's mischievous as well, isn't she, Ellie? At times, which I love. I think it's brilliant.
Me too.
Just a harmless potato. It's clever business. Werner was on United's list, and he preferred Spurs over United. Let that sink in.
Damn.
Now, on yesterday's show with Ash, I turned around and I said this. I first heard of Werner being made available 2 days before yesterday, so that would have been Thursday. But at the time when I heard this, the link was all Man United. So there was nothing to do with Tottenham. The link was all Man United. Yet I woke up yesterday morning and all of a sudden we'd had it all signed, sealed and delivered. So, yeah. And here's another person. Here's another person who's a member. Because you can see he's got the thing. Hi, Cole and Jose. Werner will be a decent loan. I understand it. It doesn't mean I like it. There you go. But people understanding it is good.
Yeah, and hopefully you're pleasantly surprised, and maybe come the end of the season, you look back on this and you say, holy shit, this was awesome, and what a great signing. So, I mean, we'll give it some time. I just hope you can look back and be like, oh wow, that really was a good one. I'm sure we all hope that. So
You can have this one going.
Dave Ginola, Chelsea like to ruin players. Look what they done to Torres. Oh my God, Torres! I forgot about him. And Aubameyang. And while they played for Liverpool and Arsenal respectively, they were great players. And look at them out; they ruined players. Yeah, I actually do believe that. And again, I don't know if that's a product of them never being able to keep a manager for more than like a season, so their play style is constantly changing. Players are in and out of favor with managers because managers will want to bring in their players. I'm not really sure what the cause of this is, but yeah, 100% agree with you. Players, it seems like going to Chelsea is a pretty dangerous thing for a player and managers alike, actually. But yeah, Chelsea's a dangerous one, that's for sure. Um, do you agree, Jose?
Um, I just think football's changed, in all honesty, and I think that
Yeah,
because the merry-go-rounds happen so often, and they do. Let's not. I'm not going to beat around the bush. Managers don't stay long enough for clubs. Managers are bought in and then got rid of, and so let's say, for argument's sake, a manager starts now with the club. You bring in, I don't know, 5 or 6 players. You give them 5-year contracts. That manager goes within a season. You bring another manager in, then you're having to get rid of some players. Some of the players that are on 5-year contracts have now got 4 years left. This manager doesn't like them. He brings some other players in on 5-year contracts. He then goes out after a year, and the merry-go-round goes round and round and round. And therefore, some players then do not get picked by the managers that are coming in because they play with different styles. There's different systems, different setups, and then people are then played out of positions, and that because you have to wait for the windows to come round, and it happens at all sorts of clubs. I mean, looking at Chelsea now, I mean, the one thing I wish we did have, in many respects, is the money at Tottenham to spend. Um, but it just goes to show with what Chelsea have done. I mean, individually, I think Chelsea have bought some. I'm not saying all of them. I'm going to say some. I think Chelsea have bought individually some very good players, but it's not just about buying individual players. To be a team, you've got to buy players that all bring different components to the team and that all gel into the team, and that's where Chelsea have had issues. And some of the players were bought under Potter. Some players were bought under Pochettino. Some players have just been bought without their say so. And the one thing I'm
totally.
yeah, the one thing I'm holding on to is that the players that we're bringing in, it's because our manager wants them, and not because Langa, Levy, McDermott, Paratici, not because they want this, because Mr. Postecoglou wants them.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm sure there's some kind of consensus among all of them. I'm sure they're all coming to an agreement or something. But yeah, um, this is a cool thing. I just read the first sentence of this. Uh, Apparently, Kylian Mbappe wanted to come to Spurs, but he was tied down by his huge release clause. We get players we're able to get with our lack of trophies over many decades. Get real, please. Oh, so that was a joke. You had me there at first. I really thought that there was talk that he did want to come here.
Sorry, I've just seen this in the chat. Danny, I hope that everything that's going on is resolving itself and that you feel better too, mate. We don't like to see anyone not feeling well. So health and warm vibes out to you, Dan.
Take care of yourself, man. For real. Yeah. It's important, and I know you know that, obviously. But yeah, glad to have you back, Dan.
You've got another super sticker here.
Gogan, why are you being so nice? You're such a sweetheart. I really appreciate you.
And I'm having to go back. It's now a cat that's laughing. We need to work out, because I have to look on YouTube live at the moment, as if I was someone watching the show, in order to see this. So
I can do that myself. Yeah, okay.
So that's what I'm watching. So now that I'm doing that, I can see that Gogama's sticker, thank you, is a laughing cat.
I wish my cats were upstairs. So I have this new place, and I never have had it upstairs. So my cats are very timid about going up and down the stairs. But usually my cats want to be on screen, and you can see them, Gogama, but they're downstairs. But if they come up, I'll make sure you see a cat to go with your cat stickers. But thank you. We truly appreciate that.
You've got Josh Keeley's the goalkeeper, and he left Tottenham. He wasn't one of the 5 that's been put on in the squad list because Josh Keeley would have been under 21.
Did he just go
Um,
on? He just went on loan, right? Or did
yeah,
he?
I think
Okay,
I
cool.
think so.
I was
You've
like,
got Gagoma saying it will be cool to you, Colin. It would be good, cool for you to see Lloris.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely. I'm sat in the supporter section, and they're usually pretty mean to goalkeepers, so I'll have to be as nice as possible. But
Angelo's confirming that it was Josh Keeley that's gone on loan. David Shearer is saying that Keeley's a promising goalkeeper.
I'd heard nothing but good things. That's why I didn't want him to go. Yeah.
Um, Derry Douglas, no one likes us. No one likes us. We don't care. We are Millwall, Super Millwall. Good afternoon, Derry.
What up, Derry?
I don't know. Was you at the game yesterday against Leicester? I saw the result. I didn't see. I saw the goals. I saw the result. It seemed that Leicester put out a weakened team. They've got one of the strongest teams in the championship, squads in the championship, but they seem to have rested some players yesterday, and the players that they'd come in yesterday seem to have done well. But you just lost out, so unlucky to Millwall not getting through into the 4th round.
Bummer.
David Shearer, will Perisic go in this window? Difficult to say because his injury, David, is definitely a season-ending injury. He will not play football again this season. I think it's Zagreb have been in talks with him, but to me, either Tottenham let him go on. It's difficult because Tottenham can let him go on a free, but then unless they came to some sort of compromise, would have to pay the rest of his salary for the last 6 months, and he's on, if I remember right, he's on around 200 grand a week, which is a lot.
Correct. Yeah.
It's a lot of money to pay out to rip up someone's contract unless you did a compromise on it. Other than that, I mean, he's not going to play. So whether he stayed with us, he's not going to play. So
and I think he's also done at playing at a high level. I think even wherever he goes, I don't think it's going to be a top 5 league.
But the thing is that with Perisic, if they did give him a free and they didn't come to a compromise and they did give him the free, it would free up another space in that squad.
True.
So that's another way that Tottenham need to look at it as well. So Angelo Tyro has come in. Tap that like button if you think Cole's a sexy dude.
I'm blushing now, but
can we get the James Madison? Yeah, the Madison song comes at the end of the show.
It does. Yeah. I was gonna play it, but we'll make them wait. Everybody.
I've been watching Inter Miami. Messi, of course, the reason, and now there is 4 Barca dads playing there. Thanks to Barca, I am also Spurs.
Boom. Hey, we'll take it. We're glad you're Spurs. We wouldn't have you any other team, man.
Norman Lamont says that Burnham would have scored twice if he played against Burnley. I just really need to get through some of this. I think Werner starts on the left this week. Dirty Sanchez, Werner, Son. Good afternoon, Dirty Sanchez. Werner, Son, Johnson, front 3 set records for most offsides.
I love that. I love it.
Paul G, just subscribe, new to the channel. Big up, lads, and all the chat. And you, Paul, nice seeing you here, sir.
Big up, Paul. Nice to have you on board, dude. Hope to see more of you, man.
You got Kem62, he's here. Big up, Jose and Cole. I've seen a podcast where Man U was looking to sign Timu, so we are more appealing than them. How times have changed. This is what I said. I saw something on Thursday about Vernon possibly becoming available and Man United sniffing for him. And as I said, I thought nothing of it until I woke up Saturday morning, and then we were all over it. David Shears reminded us that Kyogo played Ange's system so well and was very clever at it. Angelo Tara, Levy will not spend 80 million on a striker, especially with Endon Bailey, Reguilon, Spence, Rodon and Tanganga are being paid contracts and wages. And out of them, Rodon will possibly leave to Leeds. If Leeds come up this season, Rodon will probably be sold on to Leeds because he's playing really well for Leeds.
I never think Rodon was. We didn't have a big enough sample size of him at Spurs, I don't think. But
you've got Dryden Spina. Werner is way more technical than Richarlison. Funny bloke, also.
Cool. I like funny
Nick
bloke.
Brown. I'd use Werner off the left or as a striker sub. Ryan says, thanks for responding to my question. I guess we won't be looking for a proper striker then. It's a shame. I really want Solanke.
Can you imagine how much he would cost? Oh my gosh.
Ryan, never say never is what I'm going to say to you. All I've got to say.
I'm just a dude. I don't know.
We're just saying that in our opinions that we're not the manager, we're not the club. It's just opinion based, and that's what we're That's what we're doing. So, right, David Shear.
Yes,
Jose, could you
yes.
please mention the different membership levels? My ego needs a booster. Right. So we've only just started memberships,
Brand
and we
new,
have
brand new thing. Yeah.
three different levels of membership. The first level of membership is called Jarl membership, and
Y'all.
that's because in America they all say Jarl. We have Ash, who's a co-host on this show, says Jarl as well, and everyone greets themselves with a Jarl in North America. It's absolutely brilliant. So our first membership is the Jarl membership. The second membership is called the Mate membership because everybody calls each other mate, and also Ange. Every question, yeah, mate, g'day, mate, and he says mate with everything he does. So the second membership is a Mate membership, and the third membership is our Cobber membership, and our Cobber membership has come from it's an Australian saying, sorry, and David Shear uses this saying all the time. It's like g'day cobber. It's always a cobber to a male and a cobbette to a female. So when we were told, it was only a couple of days ago, we were told that we could have memberships. We
Yeah.
thought about how we're going to name the memberships. So that's what we've done. We've tried to keep it all orientated around
You
Tottenham,
guys.
and
Yeah.
it's you guys and what you do. So we've got the Jarl, the Mate, and the Cobber.
Boom.
So there we go. Right. So hopefully that's made you happy, Dave.
Yep. Big up,
You've
Dave.
got Chelsea women are literally carrying the club, yes, because they're doing well. We have a question from Bob Down Under.
Oh, what's up? Big up, Bob. First of all, big up, Bob Down Under. Do you think that Ange will even try to do anything with Ndombele? I personally don't. Um, I, I just don't think he has time for it. You know what I mean? Postecoglou doesn't seem like he has time to baby anybody or to beg them to do a good job, or it just doesn't seem very Ange to me to waste his time with Ndombele. But I mean, if he could get a tune out of him, though, obviously that would be phenomenal. So I don't know, Jose. Do you think that he'll even bother with it?
I'm hoping. I mean, today is what, the 7th of January?
Correct. Yes, sir.
And at the moment, we've definitely had 2 players sent back to us from their loans. I don't want Ndombele coming back from his loan. Because all it is, it adds and frustrates and adds another headache. What you're trying to do is you're trying to build. It's interesting because you're trying to build a team. You're trying to build a team of camaraderie, fighting for each other, and all wanting to be around each other. And I don't know how the people that have been sent back from their loans early are going to fit coming back, and whether they poison the crowd type thing, or whether, I mean, because we don't know, we're not in that bubble, or whether players are actually friendly with them anyway and feel sorry for them. We don't know. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But for me personally, I think the time with Ange, Dr. Bob, in all honesty, the time with Ange would have been in pre-season when he had a chance to look at him and stuff like that. And whatever happened in pre-season and whatever he's seen, he allowed him to go out on loan. That's the best answer I can give you. And I think it says a lot that he didn't keep him at the club and let him go out on loan, but he kept Gio.
True. And he somehow convinced our manager, and I mean, obviously not our manager, but our owner, to let his biggest ever purchase go out on loan again. You know what I mean? I know it's probably not hard to convince Levy of that, but yeah. I don't think he will do much with Ndombele, sadly.
And that's what I think as well. So now we've got right. So David Shear's saying, so the rich aren't getting Tony. Then have I missed something? Right. So I was listening to Talk Sport this morning, David, and they're saying they had Barry Fry from Peterborough on, who's the chairman. Barry Fry's been around for years and years and years. He's like a Harry Redknapp. He's like a wheeler dealer type chap, and he was being asked questions with regards the sale of Tony, because the sell-on clauses would mean that Peterborough get money out of this.
Oh,
and
cool.
his words were that he's having to go out and borrow money off people at the moment and saying to people, I will get this money back, but it won't be till the summer. So Barry
Oh.
Fry saying he's borrowing money off people in jest, saying, but I ain't got money at the moment to give you back, but I'll have it in the summer. Because he said that because of FFP rules and that, the 4 clubs, and Tottenham aren't one of them, but the 4 clubs that are in for him or spoken about bringing Tony in under FFP could not afford his transfer fee in the winter window. So Barry Fry is of the opinion that if it's going to happen, it will be in the summer. And he also talked about Brentford's perilous plight at the moment with all their injuries and that, and how they've slipped down. They keep slipping down that table. They're second from the second 2 spots above the bottom 3. 4 points difference between, I think it's Luton and them now. And I think that the eggs are going to be in one basket to keep Brentford in the Premiership, and they're going to need him playing for them. So you haven't missed anything, but that's what I heard being said this morning.
Fingers crossed. I think that he would be an amazing addition to Arsenal, so I don't want them to get him.
We have, sorry, I missed him. Yeah, I did. There we go. No, I'm not going to miss him. Chris Peters, another member of our channel, saying, good morning, Colin. Good afternoon, Jose. Colin, you must be tired.
Always, yes. Yeah, I'm taking a nap after the show, before work. But yeah, but this always gets me up, gets me excited, gets me pumped.
But
So
I will say, Colin, I know that you've got up extremely early for this one today. However, can I just say that I think that your face has been beaming. You've actually enjoyed it because you've missed not streaming the last few days because of your move.
I have. I know.
Would that
I
be
was telling
right? Would that be fair judgment?
100% fair. Yeah, I yesterday whenever we streamed, was it yesterday? I don't know. The last 2 days ago, I don't know. I'm losing track of my days. But I was talking to Sean, and I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to get back into this. I was like, I might be a little rusty, and then I just jumped right back in and was smiling and happy and ready to go. I love it. Yeah, this is definitely my happy place right here with you guys. So.
And then we've got Dry Roast Opinion saying the team that wants Paratici is split.
Hadjunk split or whatever.
Yeah. Shem Tam says, I'm trying to get through this chat, guys, and so I've caught up with everything. It's been extremely difficult because Alan sent a raid over, and we're really thankful to Alan.
Alan, thank you. Yes.
And we tried to get through everyone's chat and make sure we respond to everyone. Although I will say it's becoming harder and harder. So it may come a point that the people that are going to get the preference, and it's going to come to a point that the people that we're going to read out first and foremost will be the members, because we've got to do what it says on the tin. If people become members, then they're going to get the right first of all. But we are trying our best to get to everybody.
Yeah, thank you guys for understanding.
Yeah, Shem Tam says the last 4 managers have really stuck it to Spurs with all the high-paid dross they brought in, and that we just can't get rid of. It's why we can't buy and only bring in loans. Possibly, like I said, for me, Shem, what's in the past is in the past. I've got to look at the here and now, and for me, the here and now is what Ange's doing and the team that's sitting behind Ange, what they're doing. And I think, in all honesty, since even Paratici being in the background, since he's come along, we've changed things from the youth setup upwards, and things have changed back at Tottenham, and long may it continue. And we can only go by what we're served and what we see happening with our very own eyes with Ange at the helm now. You've got David Clark saying, I've been on several Manchester United podcasts and they are losing their heads because we got Vernon instead of them. Someone else said that earlier as well.
Good. I love it. Bring me more of that, please. I love being the.
I'm presuming this comment from David Shear. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. I think it's because I named all the memberships. And so he's done, job done, Cobber. Goes, boof, head stuck, help.
Yeah, he can't fit through the door anymore. You've got him stuck in a door jam somewhere. Yep.
And Bob Dan says, would be great if he scores against Man U.
That would be, and celebrates hard too. That would be amazing.
We have better players in Bentancur and Madison, not to mention Cooling Gio, who want to be here.
He's talking about yeah. And
Angelo says Ange could send in Nabali and Reggie to the A-League this window, I guess.
They probably do a job over there.
I don't want Nabali back at all. No place for such a lazy attitude at any club.
Boom. Agreed.
Right, I'm coming down. Mia, where have you been? Oh, Mia's here.
Mia's
Oh,
here.
sorry. So, Mia W, do Patreon members not get shout outs
Yeah,
anymore?
absolutely. Stop.
Yes, they do. They do.
Absolutely.
Mia's a,
Absolutely.
Mia is a patron member as well. Yes, you
Yes.
do get a
Yes.
shout out,
Yes.
Mia.
Yes.
I've only just seen you. It's only because I saw people saying good day and hello to Mia. I've just realised, Mia, you're not
So
forgotten.
not at
Superb to
all.
see you.
And speaking of that, Mia is a Patreon member. Chris Peters is a member on Patreon and on YouTube. Chris Peters is double dipping. Big love, Chris Peters. Big love to everybody. We've
It
got
doesn't.
Adrian
Isn't,
Sroka.
isn't Ellie double dipping as well?
Yeah, Ellie. We've
Yeah.
got Ellie. We've got Adrian Sroka. We've got Soji is over on Patreon. And then Mia, obviously. So big
So,
big up to you guys. Big ups.
and Dave Clark is saying, I can't tell how much the fans of all clubs are overrating Tony. He is a throwback to the old Wimbledon team. He's a good player, but a million miles away from the players that are saying he is. And I think two more, and we've caught up with the chat, and then we've got we've got a keep bench and sell today.
Yeah, but it looks terrible. I just want you to know
okay,
I made
okay,
it look
fine.
fine. Okay.
Paul G says, fair enough, Mia. It's needed sometimes. I noticed you left the GC in WhatsApp too. Glad you're well though. Okay, I'm not sure there. Perth Glory had Sturridge as a marquee player. He played one game before injury.
No way. Daniel Sturridge is made out of tissue paper for sure.
You've got Shentan. I would say 20 million plus Ndombele for Dragosin, but Ndombele thinks he's good enough for a Champions League team. And then you've got Norman Lamont saying we don't want Ndombele down here in Oz. Right. So we've come to that part of the show. Now, what I will say to people, because we've got quite a few watching today, so some people may have not seen this, and this will be the first time that you're seeing this. But we do a segment called Keep or West Ham, which we pit two players. And from them two players, we ask you to keep one and sell one to West Ham, and your reasons as to why. Now, because of the growing show, instead of doing two players, we've now decided to go with three. So we're doing a keep, a bench, and a sell to West Ham. So for one reason, you want to keep the player in the team. One player is that you put him on the subs bench, but keep him within the club. And the third option is that you'll send him to West Ham. So what we'll need to do is we've got an intro, which is Colin. It's all over to you. The intro is what? It's the best intro and the best game show, and you can tell them all.
Yeah, this is the best Spurs game show on the internet, as voted by two people. And it's a wonderful game. You guys are gonna have a good time. Just don't make fun of my terrible graphic today. There were some technical difficulties, but without further ado, let's get going. Let's get this intro going, everybody, and away we go. Welcome one and all to Keep, Bench, or West Ham. This is your host Colin and your other host Jose, and here we go. And like I said, this graphic is god awful. They're usually so much better than this, but it's okay. So, can you even make out who those people are, Jose?
Yeah, you've got Glenn Hoddle, yep. Ozzy Ardiles, and Mickey Hazard.
So sorry how bad it looks. I only had the mouse on my laptop, and so I couldn't trace things very well. But yeah, so we've got these three, and we like to make these hard. We don't want them to be easy. That would be the worst thing. We want to make you guys really think about who you're gonna keep, who you're gonna sell, and to West Ham, have you, and then who you're gonna bench, keep on the bench. And if you could, we'd also like to know your reasoning behind it. You know, it always kind of creates some good discussions, some good back and forth in the chat. So yeah, those are our three today. I was really mad. I was really, really, really mad that I couldn't find a Mickey Hazard that looked like the other two, but it's okay. But guys, that is today's Keeper West Ham. I'd like to see the comments, see if anybody's mad at us yet.
Well, no one's mad at me yet, but you've got Wayne Bonner's come in with he'd keep Hoddle, he would bench Ozzy, and alas, he'd send Hazard to West Ham. But then also
Oh.
saying that you've got Mia coming in with the picks.
I know. Sorry, Mia. They're terrible. They're
Uh,
not always that bad.
Chris Peters is telling us that we're killing them.
Well, we don't want you to die. Don't die.
Dragons D Nuts is saying, screw the game, I'm keeping them all.
Dragon, what is up, brother?
David Clark is Hoddle to keep, Ardelis to bench, Hazard sent to West Ham. It's an easy answer for him.
Nice.
Nice. Cobber is saying us, Jose and Cole, guys, you suck. I thought one was a mugshot.
Nope. None of these ones, but no. Not yet. But we might get you on here, David. If you had a mugshot for us to use. But no. David, what's your pick, my man? Oh, look at this. Chris Peters got his answer in. So Chris says he's keeping Hoddle, benching Aussie, and Hazard to West Ham. And I'm saying Hazard like he's Eden Hazard. Sorry. Norman says, loving the show, Colin, Jose, lots of fun. We'll come back. What does IAWT mean? I'm dumb. But come on, you Spurs. Boom. Ooh, look at David. Got some sass on him today. Look, give us a difficult question, please. We could just rattle off some names if you want us to do another one. One of the other, one of the other ones you have given.
David, right. So some of the shows coming up, we've got a show for the older people in the fan base where I've got 3 players lined up for people, and a lot of the fan base won't remember these players, right? I, for one, think that you will remember these players, and it's going to be an education for the younger viewers to learn about some of our older players. So we've got some really hefty ones coming up with some older players, and what I would say some of the club's greats to come up. So yeah, stay tuned. It's in the pipeline for a future show.
Watch this space, everybody. I like this. Bob Down Under says, "Call, what's up with the 1970s porn star vibe in the intro?" I mean, hey, it is what it is. Sometimes you got to be yourself, and that was, I'm just being me. And then that video, it was a lot of fun to make. That's like my favorite video I've ever been a part of. It's a lot of fun. So thank you.
Can I just say, Colin, that we had just over 100 viewers, and I think people must have thought we were saying goodbye to them, because as soon as the music came on, and I think people thought that we were leaving, and we lost a load of viewers.
So, yeah. Hopefully they subscribe. They'll come back.
Yeah, if they watch it on repeat, they'll probably see the show's gone on. So it wasn't the end of the show. It's actually a game that we play.
Yeah, my bad. I probably didn't do a good enough job in explaining that before.
You've got need to say Hoddle to keep, Ozzy to bench, send Hazard.
Bench Hazard too.
No going to West Ham. We want them back, Coys. Mia, very next one, has said, keep Ozzy, bench Hoddle, and sorry, Mickey, West Ham, off you go.
That seems to be the popular answer today. Well, at least Mickey to go to West Ham.
Even though Kane has moved on, but it still helps Spurs by helping pull out players that fit Spurs game plan in order for the team to bring in suitable person to replace. You are real king of Tottenham Hotspur, and it would be like that forever. What the remainder of his that's better, Jose. Okay, I don't know what David Shear says. Bob, he rocks it. David Clark says, don't forget, I've seen all of them. I'm not biased. It's not my fault that Spurs' greatest players were playing many decades ago. And then you've got Ellie coming in with, Cole, you look like you've been to a spa. You're looking very fresh.
Thank you. No, I'm just finally moved in, and I'm so happy. Finally got the old apartment cleaned out yesterday. Oh my God. You never realize how much junk you accumulate being at a place for 8 years. It's a lot of junk. But yeah, thank you, Ellie. Big love.
And
Um,
then you have Shem Tam saying keep Glenn because he's Mr. Spurs. Bench Mickey because he's such a great player and guy. And Kate would kill us for sending him away. And send Ozzy to West Ham because my friend said he's my dad because I look so much like him.
there you go. There you go. Uh, but West Ham's not a good place. I don't think anybody wants to go to West Ham. But
And then you've got Killian Kenny, good morning, good afternoon.
what's up,
Boys,
Killian?
Timo is a Spur.
Fingers
Um,
crossed. I want to see
Bob
him. I want
Down
to see him holding up that.
Bob Down Under says, Cole, not a criticism. I thought it was great and gave me a laugh.
No criticism taken. I promise. I promise. No, it's supposed to be a laugh. It's good. Yeah. All
Mia,
good, my man.
Ellie's just like, Mia, bench Hoddle, what?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that made Ellie upset. Yeah. Good stuff here. Good stuff. I get it. It makes sense. I think Mickey Hazard was probably like the least technically gifted player out of those three. You know what I mean? He had like a job to do and he did it. But I could see how the other two were more flashy options, maybe.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, I get it. I get it. But check out that banner, you guys. Talking Ball is now monetized. Super chats and memberships now available. This is a brand new thing for us as of like 2 days ago, and it's really crazy and really cool. So if you guys would like to do that, jump on it. I would just say, kind of to piggyback on what Jose was saying earlier, our whole thing since we started this channel has been we want you guys to be involved. We want to get the chats all read and get everybody's viewpoints on the show. As we grow, though, and we didn't really expect to grow this much, but as we grow, though, it's getting harder and harder to get all of them on there. So if you do pick up a membership, it puts a little doodad next to your name, and then we can see that and make sure that we absolutely get yours up with priority. But we'll still try to get to everybody's. Please don't think that you have to have a membership to get your comment read out. That's absolutely not true. But you know what I mean. It'll just kind of help to if we're low on time or if there's a lot or anything like that, we'll prioritize the members. That makes me feel like a jerk. I hate saying that. I don't like this. Is growing as a channel is tough. But yes, guys, everybody, thank you again for all your support. We really couldn't have done any of this without you guys. We really appreciate each and every single one of you guys.
That'd be interesting because obviously now that we're allowed to have memberships. Oh, excuse me. It means we've had to replan and rethink how we do things. So there will be content coming out for members only as well.
Yes.
We're pretty much going to be doing what it says on the tin and what other people do already on their tins. We're just going to have to follow suit. And the way that we've looked at it, or the analogy that we've given here in the UK, it's like we've left primary school and now we're going to secondary school. It's a different league. And in America, we just left junior and we've gone into high. So that's what has happened. All that's happened is that YouTube have trusted us and said that we're now adults and we're not children anymore. So, and that's
what
where
were
we
they
are.
thinking? That was a mistake on their part, right? No, we're not too bad. Not too bad. But yeah, everybody, again, I just wanted to say big up and thank you all so much. I still can't believe that we hit this spot. And it's a big thanks to everybody. We've got so many new people watching, so many new people in the chat. We've got Ash on board. I mean, Talking Ball is growing, and it's a very exciting time for us here, and it's a very exciting time to be a Spurs fan. Looks like we got Timo Werner. That's a signing I did not expect at all. That's kind of one of my favorite things about the transfer window is getting signings that just seem to come out of nowhere. It's kind of fun. I like that. I like when you just kind of wake up and you're just like, oh shit, we signed who? I don't know. It's fun. I like it. What are you reading there, Cobber?
So we like the porn star Dave Coach vibes that you bring.
Yes.
You've got David Shear saying, I feel Werner will spur Richie on, pardon the pun.
I love puns. You're all good, dog.
David Clark says, broke my heart when Spurs shipped Jimmy Greaves with Martin Peters and sent Jimmy off to West Ham. Disgrace. Ellie's agreeing that she understands why Mia about the Hoddle. Ellie saying Hoiberg, what a great bloke he is.
Oh,
What a great
block.
block he out to save us from a replay. Yeah, the block that he made the other day. David's agreeing with what we just said. He says, "Elementary, my dear cobbers." Hey. I'm saying, where's that like button? Because I need to hit it hard. Is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
everybody, just slap that thing. Just slap it.
Norman
Um,
Lamont says, "Thanks for the welcome, Chris Peters."
Chris Peters, thank you for being such a welcoming dude. We appreciate you, Chris.
David Shear, Ellie, I thought Hoiberg should have played with Bentancur personally, and Ellie has agreed. Nita is saying to big up to Ellie, and
Oh,
Ellie's saying never true words spoken to Dave, and then also saying to Nita, saying hello to Nita.
Nita.
Um,
Heck yeah.
as we're talking, I'm trying to look to see if there's anything new coming out on Twit, or whatever it's called, X, Twit, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I cannot see anything new. I just think that, listen, we've all been screaming for transfers and for things to happen. We can't wait till the 1st of January. You know, we've been waiting. We've been hearing all this stuff. Fan base has been blowing up and saying different things. Well, guys, guess what? It's the 7th of January. We're now in the midst of it. We are in transfer season for the winter transfer window, and we've had it from Senor Romano saying that he believes Tottenham will be busy this week. So,
Yeah,
but
the
this
last thing I see from Romano, and this is Eric Dyer, and you might have seen this, but he says that the Eric Dyer deal depends on Bayern now. Players waiting for club decision with hope to join Tuchel and the squad already next week. The contract is already agreed, just waiting for Bayern to decide who's the favorite option as new center back. And that's from Fabrizio Romano, and that was 4 hours ago. So that is pretty cool. I would be kind of shocked if Dyer went over there, but I mean, watch him go and do a good job. You know, that would be very Tottenham.
But like I
Um,
said, the thing is, we're all saying that we want this, that, and the other. Well, we're in the midst of it now. We're a week into it. There's still three and a bit more weeks to go because the 7th leaves us 24 days till the end of the window. So things are going to be happening, both ins and outs. Let's not kid ourselves. I'm sure that Tottenham must be working on some outs as well, but they'll be working on some ins. And I think that although you might get we may well get the centre half and Werner in this week.
mhm.
I don't think that's the end of it. I think there'll be more to happen. I do believe that because it's moving parts again. Moving parts. It's all about getting rid of players, getting them off the wage bill and stuff like that. But I think that things will happen throughout this transfer window, and as these things happen, we should come the end of the window. We should be in a better place as a fan base, and I'll ask you all the people that are watching in our channels at the moment, who in a month of Sundays or a year of Sundays, which today is, who would have thought that we would be in 5th place, 1 point off the Gooners, 6 points off the top, in the 4th round of the FA Cup, lost Harry Kane. Everyone was in turmoil about this at the start of the season. Who would have thought, and who would have taken where we are at this present moment in time with the window now coming in? We've lost the mainstay of our spine of our team. We've lost them for the last 3 months. And when I'm saying 3 months, I'm going to say the last 2 months and this month, because part of the spine is, whether we like it or not, is Son, Saar, Bissouma. They're in the spine of our team. So
Okay.
through injuries, AFCON, Asian, everything that's going on for 3 months of the season, we would have lost the spine of our team. Yet look where we still are. So I think there's a lot to be really, really, really happy about and really proud about our team. And let's believe in Ange. I say it to everyone. For me, you're either an all in or you're an out person. You can't sit in between. Either you trust in Ange and what he's doing, or you don't. Don't sit on the fence. Just be in or out. But if you are in, remain in, because you've got to be there for the ride. And if you are out, then remain out for the ride. But you can't have both. It's one or the other.
Yeah, got to pick a lane and stick in it. Yeah, but
Correct.
I agree. I agree. I'm all Ange because why not, right? I mean, I feel like in life you can either be like happy and positive, or you can be negative and see the bleak of where everything is. But it's a choice to a certain degree, and I'm choosing just because for my own sanity to be happy to believe in Ange and see where it takes us. I think that we're victims of our own success. I think the beginning of the season, kind of got everybody in this whole like, oh my god, we could win the league, and we forget that it was just a couple weeks before that we were saying let's just finish top five, top seven. So yeah, I think it kind of everything's kind of been put back into perspective. We should probably have a great second half of the season though, and I'm excited to see where we end up.
Yeah, because we've only got the thing is that we've only got 2 league games. So if we're looking at league positioning, we've got 2 league games to come this month. Yeah, so we've got Man U and Bournemouth. I think the only 2 league games we've got this month. We're now in the 4th round of the FA Cup, which means that we've got a 4th round match to play. So basically, until the window shuts, we've got 3 more games, right? And also, we'll probably have one more game in February, or maybe 2 games in February, depending how far Korea, Mali, Senegal get on, because that's where the nations players that we've lost are. So therefore, by then, can't imagine a fully fit squad, even with a transfer window and the players back, we should have a really good running. And I personally believe that Ange Ball will be back, and we'll be at the forefront because we'll have the right players to play the system that Ange wants to play.
Definitely, so, I think having Van de Ven back is going to be one of the biggest returns.
The blanket.
Yeah, exactly.
As I call him, Van de Ven for me is I nicknamed him the blanket because he covers absolutely everything at the back. Anything that needs to be covered, the blanket will cover it for you. So
Yep. And he's a young man. Hamstring injuries we know can be a thing, but they're not going to be with him. He's young. He's good. He's going to heal all the way, and it's not going to be a recurring injury.
So we've got Bob Dan Anderson reports that Dragusin only wants to come to Spurs and will reject other offers. For me, he's coming. It's just a matter of time of when and
how the deal is going to be structured, and
that'll be done. It'll be done. That'll be done this week. I've got no doubts. These people are talking to each other now, and they'll be done. I think that'll be done very early. David Shear, twit works for me. I'm not a social media monster, to be honest, David. And it's only because we're doing this channel that I've had to put out a what's it called, Twitter or X handle, as I'll tell Cockroach, so people can reach out to me. It's the easiest way to get hold of me, so I've had to do that. But I'm not a twit merchant either. So Ellie says tomorrow Dragons Inn will sign for sure.
That's David what a lot of people are saying too, Ellie. Yeah, I've been saying that.
David Shear wants Jota. David Shear also wants Tosin. He's being greedy. Mia's got PH out and Dyer out. Neil Shafton is saying, if Ange thinks he can get a tune out of Werner, and even if Werner can play on the wing or middle, he's a very fast player who might have an issue with his finish. But if he fits Ange Ball, which is what we've been all saying, at the end of the day, Nita is, I have to say, Poro is, the smile has not left my face all weekend. That's the goal.
That shot, that was amazing. Yeah, and I can't believe that some of the announcers were trying to say that was a failed cross. That made me so mad. I was like, no, are you kidding me? He's absolutely, he leathered it.
He laced it. Yeah, he laced that. You can see it from a mile away. He's laced it.
Yeah.
David Clark says, Bayern have 3 world-class centre-backs, unless a couple of them want out. Why would they want Dyer unless his best buddy Kane is going to pay his wages? Right. So, David Clark, what I will say to you is that let's not forget that Dyer has been playing in a back 3, where he plays in the middle of a back 3, and he doesn't do too badly because he doesn't have to tackle, he just has to marshal. He can't play in the back 2, but he can play in the back 3. But he also is, for all intents and purposes, a defensive midfielder, and so he can play the position just in front of the 2 centre backs, which to me falls into a back 3 at times when you're defending. But Tuchel sees something in him, and if Tuchel sees something in him and he wants to go for him, then let him go for him. The thing that gives me more credence about this now is the fact that we're talking about Drake and we're talking about Werner. So that's 2 spots. So that means you've got to have 2 spots to bring 2 spots in. We know that we've lost Lloris, that means someone must be going out imminently because otherwise these two deals wouldn't be being done. So to me, that lends more credence that Dyer will be going.
That's a good point. If man, I just think it would be really funny if Dyer does go to Bayern and looks good, and I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean? Like you said, marshaling, he's pretty good at that. I know the German league's fast though, right? Don't Bundesliga is a pretty quick league from what I understand. So it's not like he'd be going to Italy where things are a little bit slowed down. And I think that might be a bit of a generalization as well. You know, I'm not really sure how much slower the Italian league is, but yeah, we all know that pace is one of Dyer's biggest problems, and that so I don't know how much he would get exposed for that with that. You know what I mean? In the breathing back. Oh no, you can hear me breathing. That sucks. Well, let me change that. Thank you for telling me, Mia. I appreciate you big time.
I hope Alfie Whiteman has a crack next season. Bob Down Under says, please buy and sign him. David Clark says, I trust Ange 100%, but sorry, I trust Lewis and Levy 0. David Shear, please Melbourne Vic, take Dyer. Here we go. No Mia, sorry, PH in, but Dyer, yes, out. Neil Shafton says, with Werner, if his abductor issue is resolved, with Werner, Son, Johnson, we will have one of the fastest front three, and with fourth on the bench, that's a very difficult asset to defend.
Definitely bringing it late in the game. Oh my God, speed is a killer late in matches for sure.
Drag us in, and then toss in too.
I love it. Puns.
And then you've got one glance, then Porro just went wang. Neatest jumped on the train, looked Dyer out.
Boom, yeah. Bye. I feel the same way.
Yes, thank you, Jose. Talk Dyer up. Dyer's only going to buy him because Kane needs a cuddle. Neil Shafter says Gill's days may be numbered. Neil, I did say earlier that with the signing of Werner, it provides competition because more players, and we need to be competitive. It's what we've needed. Regardless of the personnel, we need people that can compete against each other, that gives the selection problems and the headaches to Ange when picking a team. And also, bearing in mind, and I've said this so many times, Ange's team and Ange's football is not 11 players. Ange, to play his game, Ange needs 16 players. Because of the high intensity that he plays at, we need to have 16 players. So what you need is your starting 11 and 5 players coming off the bench who can add, adapt, change without high levels dropping. You can only do that if you have a competitive squad. So the players coming in and players going out is probably to even out the squad, to make it that competitive squad that Ange wants. Ange still needs to have a summer window. Let's get it right. Still needs to have a summer window. But with everything, you've got to start somewhere. When you build a house, you've got to put the foundations in. You can't just build a house without having the foundations. So it takes bit by bit. The last thing that goes into your house is the roof, because you build from bottom up. That's what we're doing at Tottenham with Ange. You got I don't mean he saved us from a replay at Cole Burnley as the ball was going in 100%, and I really hope he stays. You've got, mate, I'm 6'2" and was having a beer down the local, turned from the bar, looked up, ex-Aussie 7-foot basketballer, sheesh. Mia says, I can confirm that Kemi 62 is an absolute diamond. Yes, she is. David Shit saying he loves our mob. To Mia, I'm sick, but I still praise where praise is due. And Porro, what a player and what a goal. Donna is in the house.
Yeah, what up, Donna? Wagwan, Mr. Colin.
Speed will never be a substitute for class and composure.
But there's a time and a place for it, though, David. You know what I mean? There's a time and a place for speed, for sure. So even though it's not a replacement for composure in class, it's definitely an asset for sure.
Ellie showing some love for Kem. If Angel Levy's shit in their tea, fans will applaud it.
Is it like a big shit though? Because I would applaud. It would have to be like a big one for me to applaud it. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what you're getting at, Bill. I think these. I think that so far the two signings that have been Ange signings, Brennan Johnson and supposedly Werner, he's clearly got something he's going for. It doesn't seem like it's a Levy signing to me. But David Clark, though, Hill is nothing but a six-a-side player, but sadly there's no English professional six-a-side league. Yeah, it's a shame. It sure is a shame. If there was, Musa Dembele would have been running it. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do what we always do, Jose. It's getting close to that time, so I think we'll switch the music up a bit and get a bit jazzy. And everybody who's new to the channel or hasn't been here, we're just kind of winding down. We're trying to we get some yeah, we get some jazz going. We get everything a little chill, a little slowed down. So yeah, this is the part of the show that we're in. We're coming towards the end. But yeah, Talking Ball is now monetized, everybody. If you did not know, super chats and memberships are now available. This will be the last day or two that I'm on the Goofy headset. After this show is complete, I'm going to my other room to set up my desk and my microphone and all my good stuff. But I just had to get on with you guys this morning. Sorry for the feedback and the gross breathing sounds in the microphone, but you guys are still here, so thank you.
And there's a lot of in-house chats, and no one's put any comments, so they're all talking to each other at the moment. But just want to remind people, today we had two super stickers. They're both from Gogama. So you've got this one, which is the cat with the hearts and stuff, and then you've got another super sticker from Gogoma, which has got another cat as well in it. So they're both cat orientated. Colin, I presume these are all aimed at you, sir, because you're the cat person. Yeah. Or I'm the dog person, you're the cat person.
Well, that's why we fit together so well, I think, Jose, is because, yeah, that must be it. That must be why we're such good co-commentators here.
Are you saying that I chase you, Colin, because dogs chase cats?
No, no, but I think I could beat you in a race right now. At least.
Well, that's not difficult. You're like 30 years younger than me.
and your feet aren't doing how. No. By the way, I know that's not everybody's business, but you doing any better?
I'm hoping to be back and allowed to play football again in February, but there's no date on it at the moment. But I am really missing not playing. I enjoyed playing 3 times a week, and I'm now missing it. On Friday in the group, I selected the teams because I wasn't playing, so they allowed me to select the team. So once I knew who was playing, I then selected the teams to make their game for Friday evening. Yeah, I miss it. I really want to be back playing again, and I'm hoping it'll be sometime in February. I got a new pair of Nike Phantoms, which are AstroTurf trainers, because I play on 4G pitches. Yeah. And my son bought me them for Christmas. I've got the Tottenham kits that I've got. Yeah. The first and third kit that I want to wear and I haven't been able to wear yet because I've not played. So
I did see that you got those for Christmas, right?
Yeah.
I saw on Twitter. Yeah, that's awesome.
And then my wife said she's going to get me the blue one now. So that means I'll have all three kits from this season.
Gotta collect them all. It's like Pokemon. Gotta catch them all.
So yes, I'm hoping to be back and playing. Back and playing in February if I'm lucky.
Wonderful. I hope all you got to do now is just take it really easy until then, and make sure that you don't do it until then, and yeah, you'll be back, man. You'll be back. And man, there is so much love going on in the chat. Look at all this.
They're all talking to each other. Apart from the only person who's Nita has put in a comment there to say hi to all in the chat that I have not said hi to. Much love from me, Kois.
Nita's best.
Yeah. So basically, we've covered. There's no other news coming in at the moment,
No, not really.
which is a bit of a shame.
Yeah, it is. But
But that was good. It was good. It was good to get you on screen again, mate, and
yeah,
have you saying hello to your peoples.
my homies, the homies,
Yeah, your
as
homies.
Leo would say, Mile High Hotspur. Go check that channel out if you haven't. And you know what? Speaking of channels to go check out, there is this channel. Um, dang it! Why does it always do that? It makes it look all ugly. Hold on one second. When I try to copy and paste channel names, um, L Tel Cockerel.
What we'll say is to people is that if we happen to do a show and it's not within your time zone, just please make a comment on the vid and let us know. And if you have any ideas of anything you want us to do or want us to look at and stuff, just reach out to us. The three of us are, for our sins, we're all on that twit. Not that we use it mainly, but we are on there, and that's Colin is on Talk and Ball. I'm Eltel Cockrell, and Ash is Ash Paddy Coys. And you can reach out to the three of us, and reach out to the three of us.
If you'd like to come on the show, let us know.
Well,
If you'd like to,
about anything, any ideas, anything at all.
want to talk, just say hey.
Now that once Colin's settled in, what we've agreed to do is we are doing a keep, bench, and sell older one. So we're probably going to go back 75 years and do a keep, bench, and sell. We're going to do a keep, bench. Sorry, we're also going to do another show where we're going to do Spurs all 11 lineup, and that will be going back to the 61 season, and we're going to start picking. We'll nominate 5 players for each position, and then we'll get the chat to vote on who they believe should be the person that takes that spot. And
That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for that.
We'll create a team doing it that way. So
yeah, everybody. There's things in the pipeline for sure. I cut you off. What were you saying there, Jose?
Yeah, so people have come up with ideas. We're prepared to listen to ideas. So reach out to us. As I said, whether it's in a comment that you put in after the show, or whether you've reached out to us on Twitter, reach out to us. We'll have a look. I've got a feeling that tomorrow's show will be back to 4:00.
Oh, and Chris Peters makes a good point.
I'll come to that. Yeah, so I've got a feeling that tomorrow's show you're going to go back. We're going to do a 4:00 again because we haven't done a 4:00 in
ages.
It's been a while now since we've done a 4:00.
Yeah.
And between Ash, Colin, and myself, we'll be sorting out how we could get out and do the different time slots to reach everyone. So we'll be changing that up every Friday or every week before a league match day, the first game. We do our predictions league, which means that people come on and they give their predictions for the game weeks that are coming up. Score 1 point for correctly guessing the home, the away win, or the draw, but not the right result. And you get 3 points if you're absolutely bang on the money with the correct prediction. Like if you said that Tottenham were going to win 1-0 against Burnley, and that's what they did, you score 3 points. If you said Tottenham were going to win 1-0, but they win 2-1, you score 1 point. If Tottenham were to lose and you predict them to win, you score 0. If you've gone for a 1-1 draw and it was 2-2, you score 1 point. If you've gone for a 1-1 draw and you've got that correct, you get 3 points, so on and so forth. We've been running it now for 9, 10, 11, about 12 weeks. People have only just started joining the league, and some people have completely phoned up there already. So yeah, it's fun. It's something that we do here, and that's on a Friday. The show on Saturday will be at 2 p.m. GMT. I think it's on Saturday. It's the pre-match show for Ash on White Chat Lane. She's got an Indian channel, Manchester United channel, coming on.
I hope the banter is good there. There should be a lot of banter in this one. Yeah.
And they'll be debating the Tottenham Man United game for Sunday, but they'll be doing that on Saturday. And and then we'll just do our shows. Try to do our keep bench and sells, and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll try and keep it rolling for the people. So tune in.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that pretty much covers it for today, everybody. It wasn't like the most planned out show, but I had a really good time, and I hope everybody watching did also. Like Jose said, we'll be back tomorrow, 4 p.m.
Is that a cheap shot? Oh, sorry.
No.
Is that a cheap shot?
Is what everyone must know, though. Jose never shares his predictions and his top of the table. It is. You saw his comment on the one. He said we never see Jose's predictions. You know. So.
But the thing is, what people don't realize, I send them to you, Colin.
Yeah, I got them.
So I always send them to, just to make sure, Chris. I always send them to Colin, so Colin has the predictions that I have before the game start. I always send them to Colin, so legit. Colin has them all. So
I could even show you.
And then what I did the last time we did predictions, just to make sure, because I saw a comment from Bobby K, so I just thought, okay, fair enough. And what I did is, just before the show started, I put up all my predictions on screen, so you'd have to go back and watch the start of the show where you see the comments. You've got all my predictions there. So there we go. And then you got Elias saying hello, guys.
Elias, what's up?
Hi, Elias. How are you? Happy New Year. He's just tuned in. And then you've got David Shear saying that he is from Esperance, Western Australia. That sounds kind of cool, don't it? Esperance.
It does. It sounds fancy. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll have to come visit sometime. Spurs Down Under. You spoke about the Leicester City Millwall game. Leicester only played one first choice starter, and that was Perrier and maybe Cody, who plays sometimes.
Yeah, I saw that that Leicester changed their lineup. So their midfielders, Mavidi and Winks and Iheanachos, Javardis, all these players, they were all on the subs bench. And I saw that they went in with a different team. Their goalkeeper was different as well, but they won 3-2, so they got the win.
Oh, yeah, unfortunate, but yes.
And Neil Sharpton's in LA.
Oh, nice, dude. I've never had the pleasure of visiting. My wife's been there. She said it was really cool. Her and her friends did like a big cross-country road trip last summer. But yeah, dude, that sounds awesome. LA. If I'm ever out that way, I'll just get the phone book out, look up Neil Sharpton, and I'll say, hey, woo, Phil P, baby. Nice to see you, Phil. You caught us right at the end, bro. I'm glad you caught us at all. We'll be back. Just wanted to let everyone know, and you as well. But we'll be back tomorrow, 4 your time, 10 my time. So yeah.
And if you want, and if you wish, please become a member of the show. We are now able to accept memberships, and we are now able to accept super chats and stickers. And with that, I will say to everyone, much love to you all. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a blast. I wish you all the very best on your Sundays. And
same.
I don't think, is anyone into Monday? If you're into Monday already, I wish you well into your Monday, because some of you are in the future.
Yes. Isn't that weird? Time's the weirdest thing. But yes, everybody, thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Thanks for all of your support. And whoever asked for the James Madison song, you're about to get it. And
hit the notification bell so you know when we're going to be on, guys, yeah?
Please do that, absolutely.
In hands we trust. Everyone. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
My team has got James Madison. James Madison is what we need. Whoa, thank God we got James Madison. This kid plays ball like you would never believe. Whoa.